up, y'all? What's poppin', what's crackin'? Welcome to a new travel vlog. We are here in Germany. I've been wanting to come to Germany for a while now, so I'm really happy to be here. And I love this room. I am obsessed. And the staff is just really sweet here. They've been very nice to me. There was a slight hiccup with my room, but they resolved it very quickly. And they gave me free breakfast on top of it. So I'm very happy right now. And the room is super lovely. And it just feels very inviting. It feels very homey, but not homey in a crusty way, like homey in a, upscale, just nice, cozy way, So I'm really liking it so far. We starting the trip off right, so that's good. But yeah, I'm very happy to be back in Europe. I love Europe, okay? It's my favorite continent, to be honest. If I'm not being biased, I'll say Europe. If I want to be biased, I'll say my own continent, of course, that I live in. But if I'm being real, Europe is my favorite continent. It just is. Asia is a very close second, but I'm going to have to give it to Europe, all right? I really love it here. So yes, happy to be here. I've been here for quite a few days, though. I actually just left Malta. We will talk about that later. All right, we'll get into that later. But anyway, we starting the travel vlog off here. So period. I just got off the plane. The plane ride from Malta was only 2.5 hours, so wasn't bad at all. But yes, I'm actually about to head out right now because I scheduled a walking tour. I'm excited. So yeah, let's head out.
Drop the bass, main the bass, get lower. Radio say speed it up, I just go slower. Highlight treble, up and on the mirrors. The man ain't ever seen the booty like this.
So I showed up for my walking tour and they left me because I'm late. And they had
I'm guessing here, but I don't
like a
know.
game or something here, I'm assuming. Because it's a lot of niggas in like some type of sports jersey, I'm assuming. Being loud and rowdy. I'm just gonna walk around this area. Maybe I'll get some food or something over here. We'll see. I'm not familiar with Munich at all though. Like I didn't look up any activities or anything to do because pretty much everything I'm doing is going to be on a tour. Because I just didn't feel like it. Like I put together itineraries when I was in Asia and I don't feel like doing that. Like I just want to show up and follow a tour guide. That's the type of time that I'm on right now. So I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know where I'm at. I might just go back to my hotel room, to be honest.
You got something that belongs to me. Your body language says it all. Despite the things you said to me.
Good morning. It is a new day. I'm here at this palace. It's called Linderhof Palace. I need to put my mic on so y'all can hear me better, especially because I just lost my voice. So, need to put my mic on. But yeah, I'm gonna explore this palace and see what it's like here. It looks really nice. So yeah, let's see what it's like.
Okay, so we are now in like a small little town. It's so adorable. It reminds me a lot of like the small little towns in Switzerland. But yeah, we just left the Linderhof Palace. That palace was insanely gorgeous. It was so pretty. Like I've never seen anything like that before. And I was wondering if it was gonna be worth it because it was $40 and I was like, bro, $40. That goes with so much stuff. But yeah, I'm like, is this even gonna be worth it? $39 to be exact. But it was so pretty. They didn't let us record inside, unfortunately, probably because it is so nice. But it was so dope. Highly recommend. 10 out of 10. And then the gardens around the area was really pretty as well. And this is what I love about Europe in particular, like the landscapes, the architecture, the statues, like there's so much beauty here.
Living lovely. Just lovely. I wanna be with you. Ay, I wanna be with. I wanna be with you. Ay, I wanna be with. I wanna be with you. Just love me.
I really love it here so far, even though this is my first full day. I gotta tell y'all about yesterday. Yesterday was a hot mess. That's why I ended so abruptly. But yeah, I'll tell y'all at the next destination. I gotta go meet up with my group.
He a fan, he a fan, he a fan. He a fan, he a fan, he a freaky ass nigga, he a 69 Dodge. Freaky ass nigga, he a 69 Dodge. Hey, 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 run for your life. Hey, 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 hey.
Hello friends, so we are at this castle right now. It starts with an N, not sure how to pronounce it at all. A lot of these locations are in German, of course, and they are long German words. So I'll just show y'all what it's called. It's a very popular tourist site here. Checked it out. I mean, it was okay. Definitely very, very skippable, but you know, it was a good workout, so that's good at least. Because yeah, you had to hike up the hill. It's quite steep, and then once you get inside the castle, there were a lot of steps. I think they said it's like a couple hundred steps up or something like that. Yeah, it was a workout. Worked up a sweat, so that was my workout for the day. But yeah, I enjoyed the palace and I enjoyed the village that we went to after, but since then it's been very skippable. But that comes with the territory with these tours. It is what it is. On most tours I usually enjoy some parts and I don't enjoy others, so it is what it is. So I'm waiting for us to meet up and then we're going to head back to Munich. I might be going on the tour that I missed yesterday. So that was a whole ordeal. I wasn't even planning on taking public transportation the whole time I was here actually. But last night when I called the Uber, it was like 22 minutes away. And I was like, this ain't gonna work. Because it would have took 22 minutes to get to me at my hotel. And then the meeting point for the tour was like 16 minutes away. So I'm like, I'm gonna miss the tour. So canceled that Uber, called another one 25 minutes away. So I'm like, fuck. The only chance I have at making this tour is if I take public transportation. So I'm like, all right, I guess I have to try to figure this out. Listen, figuring out public transportation in a new country, especially by yourself in a non-English speaking country. I mean, some people speak English here, but you know, some don't, and a lot of things are in German. So it was just a headache. I got lost a few times and ultimately I ended up missing the tour. By the time I got to the meeting point, they were not there. They left me, of course, as expected, but I reached out to them and they were nice enough to reschedule me for today, but I don't know if I'm gonna make it there in time. They said it'll take a couple hours to get back to Munich. Might not make that tour, I don't know, we'll see. I'm good with not making it, to be honest though. I am tired. This tour started at 8:30 and I've been up since like 6:30. I'm pretty tired, but we'll see what happens. But overall, you know, it's been a decent day so far. But yeah, I'll check back in with y'all.
Say OV ho, then step this way, step that way, then step this way, step that way. Are you my friend? Are we locked in? Then step this way, step that way, then step.
Hey, what's up y'all? Good morning. So it is the next day. I'm just chilling in my hotel room in this little nook area. How cute is this? Overlooking the city of Munich. Adorbs. But yeah, I didn't end up doing anything after the tour yesterday. I missed the evening walking tour once again. So by the time we got back to the meeting point, it was already a little after 7 and the evening walking tour started at 7. I didn't talk a lot yesterday because I've lost my voice, if you guys can hear. It has gotten a lot better though, but I lost my voice while in Malta, partying, yelling, and whatnot. So I'm recovering from that. I'm excited for today. We're going on yet another tour. Like I said, I booked tours back to back. I didn't book anything on my own. I just want to chill and let the tour guides handle everything. I don't want to be bothered with trying to figure out stuff. And that's not the mood that I'm in at all. I'm about to head downstairs, get some breakfast, and we're gonna head out. Okay, I'm out here at this castle right now, another castle. This is like a medieval castle. I need to pull out my Google Translate to figure out what this means. Cause what's in here? I wanna go in here, but what is it? Oh, maybe this is where they kept prisoners. You can have a piece of my love is waiting for you. Girl, it's true. You can have a piece of my love. You can have a piece of my love is waiting for you. Girl, it's true. They have to throw in that disclaimer, like, if you fall, if you die, that's on you. I love a good disclaimer, but it's really nice up here. This is a really dope view. There's a body of water over here. You can see the freeway, and there are all these houses. They're so cute. It's really nice here, and I'm so happy that it's sunny because it was raining a bit the other day. Like when I first got here, it was sprinkling a bit, so I was a bit concerned, like, is the weather gonna be trash? But it's been really sunny, and it's kind of hot too, which I appreciate because Europe can be finicky in the summertime. Last summer when I was here in Europe, it was definitely raining at several locations that I visited. So this is a nice switch up. I appreciate it. Also, I didn't talk about why I decided to come to Munich. I know that when people come to Germany, they typically go to Berlin, but I looked into the details of Berlin, looked up excursions and whatnot, and it just didn't make the most sense for me personally. I know people are quick to visit like the most popular city when they visit a new country, and I highly advise against doing that because you might not like it. You have to like do research and figure out what city resonates with you. Like, for example, when I went to France, I went to Nice. I know people typically like to go to Paris, but I was like, I don't think I want to go to Paris, and looked into the details of it. I was like, no. And I'm glad I went to Nice. I had a great time there. And yeah, I've only heard negative things about Paris, to be honest. But I'm not going to write Paris off forever. I will eventually go, but I was just like, nah, Nice makes the most sense, and it paid off because Nice was lovely. So I highly recommend that you do that when you visit new countries. Just see, you know, what countries make the most sense for you. So looking into the details, I was like, we're gonna do Munich. Let's do Munich. And it's just like with the United States, for example, when people visit the States, they typically want to go to like LA or New York. I don't know why. I don't know why you would do that. It's dirty. Like, why would you do that as a tourist? I mean, I live in LA, but I can navigate it as a local. So I appreciate it as a local, but just visiting, I wouldn't even recommend someone go there for the first time, LA or New York. Like, we have so many beautiful national parks and like really dope places you can visit. So wouldn't recommend those two places, but people typically go because they're the most popular. So that's what people do. They go to the most popular spot. Don't do that. So long story short, that's why I'm here in Munich instead of Berlin. I've only heard negative things about Berlin. I've never heard anything positive about Berlin. But again, I'm not writing off Berlin forever, but just for first time visit to Germany, I'm like, let's do Munich. And then in the future, maybe I'll do Berlin eventually. But so that's how I determine what cities I want to go to in any given country. So yeah, that's why we're here.
Not begging you for something, but you believe wasted, but you believe tainted, but it's not worth it.
What does this say? I'm gonna give y'all my best German. If I got any Germans out there, y'all let me know how I did. I feel like I killed it, honestly. I've been hearing them speak German, and I feel like I nailed it, personally. I thought this was gonna be nasty, because it sounds kind of nasty. Cola mixed lemonade, but fire.
Okay, I'm leaving tonight. Okay, I'm good in my life. I gotta put me number one. No compromising. Free from your grip in the world. Feel like the million girls.
Okay, y'all, so we have left the castle, and now we are in this small, like, medieval town, and I am obsessed. This is actually why I came to Germany, to be honest, because of seeing those small towns that look exactly like this. I just love the architecture. I love the flowers. There are flowers everywhere. Like, they have these little flower pots in all the windows, and that's my favorite thing to record, is like flowers and plants and stuff like that, and they're everywhere, and it's just so cute and cozy and adorable. I really, really love this area. So we have a few hours to just explore, so that's what we're about to do. Just walk around, get some good shots, drone shots, all that. So I'm super excited to explore here. So let's go.
But your ex don't do it for you. Walked in and dream came true for you. Soft skin and not perfume for you. Yes, I know I'm out and do it for you. Yes, that morning coffee brewed for you. Yes, one touch and not brand new for you.
Okay, so apparently if you hike all the way up, they have this really cool path where you can walk around the perimeter of this area, so you can see the whole town from high up. It's a lot of bugs and bees and shit up here though. But it's really cool up here. Very nice to see the whole town from this viewpoint. So this is super dope. Just walking around the vicinity, getting a lot of steps in, so that's good.
I'm working late, 'cause I'm a singer. Oh, we look so cute, wrapped around my finger, my twisted.
All right, I had to get down from there because those bugs was attacking me. That was not gonna cut it, but now I don't know where the hell I'm at. Definitely lost, but we'll figure it out. Oh, I meant to tell you, when I was on the bus, I was talking to this older couple, and the husband asked me where I was from. I'm like, oh, I'm from LA, and he's like, oh, me and my family, you know, we were there a few years ago, you know, in 2020, and he was like, yeah, but you know, that was during COVID, and you know, they were rioting at the time. He was like, you know, that's when the Rodney King riots was taking place, and I'm like, Rodney King, nigga, George Floyd. Mind you, this man was in his 70s, easy. So I'm like, bruh, if you don't get out of that decade and come to this current one, brother, Rodney motherfucking King, and he wasn't trying to be racist or funny or anything. He said it with the straightest face ever. And it took everything in me not to start laughing in this man's face. Rodney King is wild. That man said, yeah, the Rodney King riot. I was like, sir, who? But yeah, I was also talking to another older couple, and he was saying that he just started traveling like a year ago, and that's something that I typically see. Like, during these tours, it's always like hella older people, and usually they run in packs. They be like together in groups and whatnot, and they be old, like 70s, and it's crazy that a lot of them just started traveling. It's so wild that that's what's encouraged, and that's the norm in our society, that you should work yourself to death with minimal vacation time and wait until you're retired and old, and then you can start traveling. Like, that's so backwards to me. And a lot of these tours require a lot of walking, like you hiking up castles and shit, doing all type of stuff. bro, all this shit look the same, so it's so easy to get lost. But yeah, it's so much activity involved, so it's like, this is not even ideal for people who are hella old. No shade, you know, do whatever you want at any age, but it's crazy that that's the escape, if you will, or that's the norm, to start traveling when you become a senior citizen. Like, nah, I don't support that. I think everybody should start traveling ASAP, you know, make it happen when you can make it happen, of course. Bro, where am I? I'm lost and everything looks identical. Okay, I'm at this little cute cafe. I already started eating. Got this little berry tart, fire. And when I bought it, I was like, yeah, can you throw it in the microwave for a bit? And she was like, yeah, sure. And that's something I noticed in other countries, because this also happened to me when I was in Asia. They don't typically like heating up pastries and like sandwiches and stuff that you buy from cafes and stuff. They don't typically want to heat it up. And some places will outright be like, oh no, we don't warm it up. And it's like, bro, put that shit in the microwave. The fuck? Pastries, sandwiches, all tastes better heated up. Throw that in the microwave. So I don't know, I guess that's just an American thing. Well, I'm sure other countries do it as well, but I don't know. I feel like it's common when I travel for them to either blatantly say, oh, we don't do that, or to be like hesitant, like, okay, if you want. So I guess I want. Warm that up. Cause yeah, even when I like buy cookies, whatever, when I go home, I'm throwing it in the microwave. Even if I make pastries myself, when it cools all the way down, when I eat it again, it's going in the microwave. I need that warm. So that's how I like it. But so far, the German people have been cool. They've been nice to me for the most part, especially people in like service. People at my hotel are great. They're super nice. So yeah, people have been pretty cool, because I have heard some things about Germany. Mainly Berlin, to be honest. But I've heard that the German people can be a bit hostile, a bit rude. That's the stereotype. But obviously it's not going to apply to everybody, and everybody's experience will vary. It'll be different. One thing I can say though, I feel like I'm getting discriminated against. Something is up. Because on these 2 tours that I've been on, in the past 24 hours, I've been skipped 3 times for shit. Like, because on these tours, they'll pass out maps, or they'll give out tickets to, you know, certain sites or whatever. And 3 times I've been skipped. So yesterday, the tour guide skipped me with handing out maps, but I'll give him a pass. I feel like that might have been a genuine mistake, because when I pointed it out to him, I was like, hey, yeah, why you skip me? Like, you didn't give me a map. I said it just like that. And he was like, oh, I'm so sorry. Like, you know, here, let me explain everything again. So he was very nice about it. And he gave me a map and fixed it or whatever. And just overall, he made a couple other comments to me that was pleasant. So I feel like he was cool. So that could have been an honest mistake. This nigga today, I feel like it's on purpose. He's done it twice. So the first time he did it, he skipped me to pay for the entrance fee to the castle. That's the other thing too. They don't let you film inside like castles and some museums and stuff here, which I find to be odd. I've never experienced that before. I feel like usually places will let you film inside, but here they don't let us. So interesting. But anyway, so he skipped me to pay for the entrance fee for the castle. And then, you know, I pointed it out. I was like, oh, it must be free, right? Like, you paying for it, right? This is what I say when we get off the bus. Like, I'm like joking about it, because I see him just blatantly passing me, and I'm like, okay, I'll say something when we get off the bus. So when we get off the bus, I'm like, oh, you paying for it? You got me? Or whatever. So he's like, oh no. And I'm like, okay, well, yeah, you skipped me. And he's like, oh, okay, well, yeah, we'll figure it out when we get to the front or whatever. So I'm like, all right, cool. Maybe an honest mistake. We get back on the bus, and we come all the way here to this little town, and he's handing out maps and whatnot, and blatantly skips me again. And I was like, hey, what's going on? You trying to skip me again? Like, what's happening? And the guy who was next to me, he's like laughing or whatever, and I'm like,
And he didn't say sorry, didn't apologize, nothing. Just was like, So I don't know what that's about. I wanna give a reason, but I'm not. But I will say I am the only black person on this tour. Okay, I'm the only black person in this town. I have not seen one black person here. But that's the norm though in some of these countries in Europe. Some of them have a lot more black people than others, so that's just how it is. Perfect example of what I was talking about the elderly traveling with that last clip I just showed. It was of an elderly man using hiking sticks just to get up this slight incline. And those hiking sticks are usually used for people who are doing really intense hikes that are super elevated to where they need them in order to be able to hike. And he's using them for this slight incline up, this hill. And this is no shade to that man whatsoever. I actually commend him for continuing to live his life and doing what he got to do and using whatever tools he needs in order to, travel and get around. Like, that's dope. Commend that 1000%. But my point is, we shouldn't have to wait until we're that age in order to freely travel. It's just really messed up to think about. And like I said, when I'm traveling, literally people who are at these sites, 80% of the people are elderly. Like, every time, whenever I am on these tours, the people who are on the tour with me, much older. Like, it's always like that. Wow, that's the norm. Wait till you old and retired and then you could travel. And then also when you have kids, that's also another hindrance where you have to wait until you take care of your kids and get them off to college and spend money on whatever they need. Then you could take money to spend on yourself when you're in your 60s and 70s. Like, what? Insane.
Staring down the barrel of this gun, yes, he shot me down. I died and someone brought me back to life, but never to my senses.
I shot you down, bang, bang. You hit the ground, bang, bang. That awful sound. Bang, bang. I shot.
We are free at last. That tour was 11 and a half hours. Insane. Now I'm at the train station, lost, and I don't know how to get to my location. It's not even that their transportation system is super complex, but they just don't have enough signs to guide you where the fuck to go. So that's really annoying. They just expect you to pretty much know. Like, they'll give you a sign at some point, but then you kind of got to figure it out. So that's annoying. Okay, we figured it out. So annoying. I don't like the public transportation here. It's interesting though. They pretty much just expect you to be honest and pay because they don't check anything. You don't have to scan anything. And I noticed that this was the case as well in Amsterdam, where they just trust you. And it's so funny because I'm thinking, like, this would never work in LA. Like, they would lose money if they implemented a system like this in LA. So I just think it's interesting how some countries just trust that you're going to do the right thing. Asia definitely wasn't like that either. They definitely made you scan 100% of the time. So there's that. But I mean, I have paid most times. I did forget a couple times, I ain't gonna lie. It's not until I got to my destination I was like, oh damn, I didn't pay. But I've paid most of the time. That reminds me, I need to pay now actually. I'm gonna pay on the app. But my train is coming.
The day I met you, I remember everything. I wrote it down. Your smile was cold, your play was fresh. Your eyes were such a shade of red.
The ghetto. It is so loud over here. I know the Olympics is going on right now. I'm pretty sure that's what it is, right? So it's just been chaos. The Turkish yesterday, and now the Germans are making noise.
celebration, I'm assuming.
Ooh, child, I'm finally back. I am exhausted and I lied. The public transportation is not straightforward here. I know I previously said, oh, it's pretty much straightforward. They just need more signs. No, it's not. Because I use Google Maps to navigate public transportation in new countries, and usually it works. About 95% of the time is cool. But here, no. Because the name of the trains that they telling me to get on, it don't match the name of the trains that are coming all the time. I mean, it does, but the numbers are the same, but the names are different. So it just made it very confusing. So they got trains with the same numbers that I think are going to the same places, but the names are different. I don't know. It was annoying. It was confusing. I got lost a couple times coming back here, but we are here. Oh, and the racist nigga. He don't like me because when I got off the goddamn bus, bro, he didn't say bye to me. I'm literally hearing him say bye to everybody who's in front of me. And as soon as it gets to me, dead silence. I'm like, what the fuck? He just did not fuck with me for whatever reason. And I didn't do anything, okay? I just stayed to myself, chilling, minding my business. So he had no reason to be acting funny towards me other than the way that I look in some type of way. And plot twist, he's black. That's the kicker. That's the fucking kicker. But that don't mean nothing, okay? Because I've definitely had black people act funny towards me seemingly because I'm black, and they're just like, what you doing here? I don't know. I can't say what's going on in their heads, but it's like, what else is it? Or maybe he think I look ghetto or something because I don't know, my hair, maybe because I got braids. I don't know. But then he had kinky hair. I don't know. I can't tell you. But he did not fuck with me. Like, it was blatant. So I don't know what that was about, child. I'm just like, this can't all be a coincidence. Anyway, whatever, bro. I'm about to record videos and then get some food, and we're gonna wrap up today. I will check in with y'all later, or more than likely tomorrow. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Hey y'all, good morning. So I am on the train right now, and pretty much no one else is in this cabin with me, so super dope. This is so much cheaper and so much more comfortable than getting on the plane. Like, what? And this was very straightforward. I just took the train, like the tram, to this train station. Very quick, very easy. Found my platform pretty easily. Boarded, no issues whatsoever. So I like this. This is a vibe. This is a vibe. Okay, y'all, so I am officially in the next country, so I just want to wrap up this Germany vlog. I took the train over here from Germany. It was pretty smooth for the most part, so I'm definitely going to get on another train to leave this particular country I'm in now and go to the next country. So yeah, cool experience, would recommend. Going on to the pros and cons of Germany. Let's start with the positives. I mean, the weather was good for the most part. It rained very briefly, but overall it felt like summer there, so that was good. I also really loved a lot of the museums and the castles that I visited. Really enjoyed the little village I went to as well. I feel like they have a lot of little villages like that scattered across Germany, so I really enjoyed that. Also, people were nice to me for the most part, but of course that's gonna vary a lot person to person. But when I was, going to the train station to leave Germany, I was struggling a bit because I had two things of luggage, and trying to get up the stairs, their escalator wasn't working, and I didn't see an elevator anywhere in sight, so I was literally like lugging 2 pieces of luggage up the stairs. So that was a struggle, but on 2 different occasions people helped me. The first time this guy helped me, and the second time this woman helped me, and I was like, oh wow, thank you. So they were nice to me. And again, when I heard people were really rude in Germany, I've always heard people say that about Berlin. So yeah, it might be a totally different experience there. I don't know. And of course, varies person to person. You might go to Munich and somebody slap you. I don't know.
You know, everybody's experience is different. Now for the cons. I mean, that guy did discriminate against me, but he's literally one person, so I can't even use that to describe a con for Germany. That doesn't make any sense when he's one person. But other than that, the public transportation was annoying. Also, I got scammed coming from the airport to my hotel room. I literally was charged $126 to go 30 minutes. But, you know, it is what it is. When I land in a new place, I don't feel like trying to figure out Uber, see where the Uber location is, where they pick people up from, and trying to figure shit out, know the public transportation. I'm not doing that. When I've been traveling all day, I just want to hop in the nearest taxi that I see and get to my hotel room. So I'm going to continue to do that. But I just have to be aware that sometimes they probably going to scam me. Sometimes they going to pay or charge me more than what they charge everyone else. They're gonna scam me. Oh, I almost got scammed too when I was in Japan. I forgot to tell y'all this real quick. This is when I was in Osaka. The guy was taking me to my hotel room from the airport, and something just told me to pull up the navigation on my phone. I don't know why I just randomly decided to do that, but I did. And right at that moment, he was like passing my hotel. And then when he passed my hotel, the navigation updated, and he had to then go all the way around, which added an additional like 7 minutes to the trip. And had he not missed the turn, I would have already been at my hotel. So when I saw that happen, I was like, hey, my hotel was right there. Like, you passed it. And he like, oh, I don't understand. I had to pull out my Google Translate. You passed my hotel. I was like, turn off the meter. And then he's like, oh, okay. And turned the meter off. I'm like, so I don't know if that was an honest mistake or if he was trying to scam me. And given that this is your job, I don't think that was no goddamn honest mistake. I think he was trying to play me and like take the long route so that the meter could keep running and you could charge me more. But I was like, turn off this meter. Because it's like, I will hop out this car right now. But I'm like, turn this meter off, brother. The fuck is you doing? So something to keep in mind. You know, people are going to probably try to scam you sometimes, especially they know that you're not from there. You gotta be careful. So I mean, yeah, me getting scammed by that one taxi driver and me you know, getting discriminated against by that one nigga were the only cons for the most part. And yeah, the public transportation. Oh, and the Ubers as well took way too long. Very strange, given that everywhere else in Europe, I feel like the Ubers come so quick, but for some reason in Munich, taking 20-30 minutes to get to you is wild. And games were taking place, so maybe that has something to do with it. I don't know, but that was frustrating and caused me to miss one of my tours. So that was a con. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. I don't have a whole lot to say because I was not in Munich a long time. I was only there for a few days, so it's not like I, you know, did a whole lot. Just popped in, popped out. But yeah, that was my experience. For what it was, I feel like it was cool, decent experience. Like I said, I don't feel like I don't need to go back to Munich. If I do return to Germany, I will hit up Berlin just to, you know, check it out. But I'm not in a rush to do that. Overall, cool experience, no complaints for the most part. But yeah, hopefully y'all enjoyed this video, and I'll see y'all very soon for the next one. Bye.
I shut you down, bang, 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 bang.